Today I'm going to show you a pretty advanced technique for link building. This technique involves two really powerful pieces of software. One of them is the best spinner and the other one is the unique article wizard.
This video is brought to you by Appy's Academy.
And basically what you're going to do is you're going to use these two pieces of software together to create thousands of backlinks. Now usually this would be considered a pretty risky strategy. You might consider it black hat, but what's really cool about this strategy is we're not going to use these links to point directly to our money sites. We're actually going to use them to point to our support sites, the places you submitted articles to, the bloggers you've created for yourself, for your websites, things like that. So essentially what you're doing is you're creating a layer in between your money sites and these sort of black hat links that you're getting. So I'm going to show you that process right now. You should recognize this page. This is from the Lions Club. This is the resources page. So if you're watching this on YouTube or on the post itself where we're talking about this strategy, you can click below the video and link over to those two resources. And then if you can't find them, you can also go to the resources page right here. Scroll down and they are under link building tools. So the best spinner and unique article wizard. Let's go to the best spinner page. Just go here. Here's our sales pitch page. Just scroll down. What's going on? Just scroll down, purchase a product. They're going to send you a confirmation email where you can download it. $77 for the free trial and then $77 for the year. When you order, they're going to send you put in your email address, they send you an email, and then you can download the software and start using it. So I will meet you at the next screen. Okay, so if you have this best spinner by now and you open it up, this is what the main screen looks like, and I'm going to show you why, how to use this tool and why it's so powerful. So the first thing you need to do, you go to new article and you type up your very own article related to, whatever the backlinks you're going to build are. So if we were to go back to, my if we were doing this for my sample website, the one about concrete and cement, I'd probably write an article about concrete or cement or whatever keywords I'm targeting. For the sake of this lesson, because that isn't a real website, I'm going to use an actual article that I have. It's actually the first article that I send out in my mailing list, which, by the way, if you haven't signed up for my mailing list, you can do so right here on my sidebar. But anyway, so I have that saved in Word. I'm just gonna go over here. It's already pre-written. I'm gonna copy it. Well, for this example, let's just keep it short. Because the articles you're gonna make should be between 500 and 600 words long, something like that. You don't have to be nearly as long as this one. So just take this, copy it, and paste it in here. And now I'm gonna show you how this works. All right, so here we have the article pasted in. And you see that there's all these combinations of words underlined. The reason they're underlined is because the program is telling us all of these little combinations of words have synonyms that you can use. So I'll show you an example. The first is the first combination, right? Right click. The first, we could also do, you want to try and use the ones that make sense. So you could do the first, but with the actual number. The very first, the initial, the primary, the earliest, the main. I don't really like any of those, so let's continue. Most basic, right click. Simplest works, sorry. The first most elementary, the first easiest, the first most simple, the most straightforward. All right, good. So we got plenty of synonyms there. Way to, right click. Method to, approach to, strategy to, technique. None of these. So basically we got those. Make money online, right click. Generate income, earn money online, generate income online. And that's it. None of the rest of those make sense. The reason I'm doing this manually, and you can already tell, is because if you do it automatically with the program's automatic version, you're going to get a lot of articles that don't make a lot of sense. Really, really bad articles. And those articles will never get backlinks when you spray them all over the internet. at least this way, every article you're putting out there makes sense and should be pretty legible. I'm not going to say they're perfect, but they'll be pretty good. And that'll be fine, because if the information's good, hopefully those articles will get backlinks, and those articles getting backlinks will ultimately help your website in the end. So let's just continue on the first sentence. Is by, right click. Is simply by works. It's the only one I really see that's okay. In other words, right click. To put it differently, getting paid, right click. Getting money, earning money, receiving payment, it's a little awkward. To make, to create, to produce, for making, to build, to help with making websites. Help with making websites. All right, cool. So right now we just did the first sentence. So to give you a quick understanding of why we're doing this is because the plan here is to eventually send these articles out with backlinks to your websites. Actually, the real strategy is to send these out with backlinks to your backlink websites, but I'll explain that later. But essentially what we're doing is we're sending out lots and lots of these articles all over the internet with backlinks, and basically if every single article is unique, or at the very least several of them are unique, there will be repetitions, but as long as there's lots and lots of variations, Google's algorithms will say, okay, there's a lot of unique content being written about these different subjects, and they have links, the links that we put in to these websites, and they're taken a lot more seriously because all the articles are unique. Whereas if we sent the same article over and over out there, those links would be highly devalued. So that is why we're spinning all these articles, because we're trying to get unique content out there with links back to our websites. That's why we're doing this whole process. And this is obviously somewhat of a shortcut, but the reason we're okay with it, and I am going to go into this a little bit later, is because we're going to build these links to our first layer of backlinks, to our bloggers that we built, to the articles we submitted to eZine and InfoBarrel and Hub Pages, things like that. So what I would do, and I'm not going to do this, I'm going to stop the video, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this whole article and do the same process that I just did for the same sentence, and I'll see you the next screen. Alright, so I've gone through and I've done the synonyms for all the words that I could, and I've tried my best to pick the synonyms that would make the most sense in the most situations. It doesn't always come out perfect, but as long as you do it in this manual way, you'll get pretty good articles. So let me show you an example of what this will do. You go over here and you press Spun Article. It spins it for you. Freelancing. The first easiest method to generate income online is simply by freelancing. In other words, getting paid to make websites for other individuals. New spin. Freelancing. The first most simple strategy to earn money online is by freelancing. To put it differently, getting paid to produce websites for other individuals. New spin. Freelancing. The first most straightforward way to earn money online is simply by freelancing. In other words, getting money to produce websites for other individuals. So you get the idea. Basically, you can press spin as many times as you want, and it just keeps giving you different, a different article that essentially says the same thing. So now you know how to produce one article, and from that article produce many articles that are different. That is the point of the Best Spinner, and that is why this is a powerful tool. Now I'm going to show you how to use this in conjunction with the unique article wizard, and then you'll see the real power behind this kind of link building. Alright, so here we are back at the resources page for the second part of this process. If you're watching this on YouTube or on one of the posts, you can go directly below the video and there will be the link to Unique Article Wizard. If you're watching it somewhere else, or you forgot you were doing this later, you can come to the resources page, go to Link Building Tools, click on Unique Article Wizard. Here you'll be presented with their sales page. It's a pretty bad sales page in my opinion, but it's actually a pretty powerful product. So go down, purchase the product, and then once you do, you'll get a login where you can go to the login and start using the tool. And I'll meet you at the next screen. Alright, so if you purchase a product, you got login information, and if you log into Unique Article Wizard, this is the main panel that you will go to. This is where, this is where you do everything from. So the first place you want to go to submit an article and scroll down and press on step-by-step wizard. Alright, so we're at step 1. Let's just start filling this out. Project name is just an example, so I'll just put example. Author, you can put your name, you can put a made-up name. I'll just put Mike Jones, I don't know. Extra authors is optional, you don't need that. Title, go with the original title. Copy this. Paste it in. Body of article, because this is the first one you're submitting, you may as well just go with the original article you wrote, not one of the spun ones. So go here. Copy this. And press next step. Alright, in the next step, they're going to have you rewrite the title of the article. Eventually what they're going to do, by the way, is they're going to mix and match the titles and every single paragraph of your article. And between all that mixing and matching, you're going to have lots and lots of variations of this article. And that's how they're going to be unique. So, what are some of the most common methods for making money online? Some of the most popular methods for generating an online income. What are great and simple ways to make money on the internet? And they want at least 3. You can definitely, go to 5 or 6, but, for the sake of the example, I'll just move on right here. Alright, so in the next part, they're going to have you rewrite each paragraph, and this is basically the part where having the best spinner comes in really handy. So we have the first paragraph that they got from my original article submission. Now we go back to the best spinner, new spin, go over here, copy this, and go over here, paste it in. Then you go back, new spin, same exact thing. Go over here, copy it, go back here, paste it in, and press next paragraph. I'll do one more paragraph just to, solidify the point. So you go back to the best spinner. This is the next paragraph right here. Oh no, sorry, this is the next paragraph. It's really just a sentence. Copy it. Go over here, paste it in. And you can separate this into as many paragraphs as you want. If you make each paragraph essentially a sentence, then your articles are going to be really, really varied. So the smaller your paragraphs, the more work you're going to do, but ultimately the better off you're going to be in the end. So, the variation is up to you. If you do even just 3 paragraphs, it's fine. I think my article was either 4 or 5 paragraphs total. New spin, copy, go back here, paste it in, next paragraph, and I'm just gonna do this, and I'll meet you once I'm done with the whole thing. Alright, so here we are at step 3. This is create the resource file. Essentially what this means is you're going to create the little text box at the end of your article that has the links back to your sites. Now, as I was explaining earlier, we're not going to create links directly to our money sites. We're going to create links to the original places we built links from. That is the article directories, the mini blogs, the hub pages, things like that. And they allow 2 per article, so here, I'll just write it out for you real quick. You want places like your where you submitted ezinearticles.com, goarticles.com, infobarrel.com, you know, blogger.com. Obviously, not just the main site, but where your article is. So, my sample site was concrete and, concrete and cement site. So maybe where I submitted my eZine article, it created a page on there called concrete and, concrete for the home, whatever it is. Or maybe I submitted an article and then that URL on Go Articles became best concrete anchors, things like that. So you're going to use those, hubpages.com. It could be home cement guide, do it yourself, something like that. So you're going to make your box over here. And you get 2 links. So I would definitely recommend pointing the 2 links to 2 different sites. Don't point them to 2 different eZine articles. Point them, one to an eZine article, one to a Hub Pages article, something like that. So to learn more about concrete and cement, and this could be one of your links. So what you could do, concrete and cement, copy, or you could cut it, anchor text, put it here. And target URL is, whatever, Hub Pages, do it yourself, concrete project. Build link. So that is the code. Copy it to clipboard. Okay. And then paste it in. So that is your link. That's the HTML link. To learn more about concrete and cement, read up on so let's make the next one concrete anchors. Anchors. And let's just pretend that one is at ezinearticles.com. Build link, copy to clipboard, okay. Paste it in. And that's your resource box. Obviously this is not, I didn't put too much thought in this. You probably want to make it a little bit nicer, but basically the important part is here. You have your 2 links in your resource box. And so if you scroll down here, it's basically going to give you the directions on how to vary this up. So once again, when they're sending out the hundreds of articles over time, the resource box is a little switched up as well. It's not too switched up because obviously, you're going to have those same links, but follow the directions here and you're going to make between 2 and 4 different resource boxes. And then once you do that, you go to the next step. Okay, so here we are at step 4, add categories and keywords. I did want to mention one more thing. There'd probably be some questions about what backlink, text link you should include for these. And honestly, it's not super important because remember, these aren't pointing back to your main website. They're pointing to your support layer. So, as long as it's something somewhat related, make it, concrete and cement, something like that. If the specific article is about concrete anchors, go ahead and make this link concrete anchors. And the reason we're doing this is because a brand new website like the one you have, getting hundreds and hundreds of links from all these random sources will not look natural to Google. Google will probably end up penalizing your website. However, you're pointing these links to eZine articles and Hub Pages, Blogger. If you made a mini blog on Blogger, all these websites have tons and tons of links already. So Google will see this and not suspect that there's anything, black hat going on. They'll just be like, oh, okay, of course this website is getting tons and tons of links. But what's nice about this is that all those links are pointing to articles which have links to your money websites, and therefore that link juice is going to be passed on to your websites, but Google will never suspect that there's this black hat linking going on. So that is the power of this strategy. That's why we're doing this whole thing, and that's why we're doing it to our support articles and our support sites, not our main money sites. So I just want to say that real quick, but let's move on. We're on step 4, categories and keywords. So first enter some specific keywords, categories. add 5 or 6 concrete anchors, concrete steps, cement, home guide, cement, mixers, things like that. And ask yourself, what are the broader categories that this would fit under? Do it yourself, home projects, construction projects, construction in general. Finally, think laterally, what related categories would it fit under? Sports, exercise, fitness, health, furniture might be decorating. So, keep going. This could be under home improvement, real estate, it could be anything. You can leave it there. So, one final step. You want to see, okay, you're going to pick home repair is a good one. Home improvement's a good one. Business. Let's do landscaping. Landscaping doesn't make sense actually. Interior design. Alright. And go to next step. Alright, so here we're at the last screen. Confirm and submit. Basically, it's just going to have you review everything you've done. So, example. These are the different variations of the articles you submitted. These are the different resources box you submitted. And, when you selected the categories in your first, second, and third choice. The one thing you want to do here is maximum submissions per day. Right now it's set to 25. It's really low because it thinks you're going to be submitting, links that will be pointing to your main site. So it's being conservative. But we're pointing these links to huge article directories. So honestly, you can make this number huge. I usually put it at 300 and then submit and you'll be done. Alright, so now you understand the full process, the entire process of how it works. You basically write up an article, spin it several times using the best spinner, and then use those different articles to submit all over the internet using the unique article wizard. And as long as you make sure to use anchor text that is somewhat related, and you're using this service to point your links to your backlinks and not your main money sites, this is a really powerful strategy for making a very authentic looking backlink profile for your websites, because now those links that you have pointing to your money websites look that much stronger in Google's eyes, and those websites are pointing directly to your money website. So this is an absolutely great way to get your website to rank for a lot more keywords and much higher in the search engine results. So yeah, if you want to purchase these products, I would definitely recommend them. They've worked well for a lot of people. They can work well for you too. The best spinner right here and unique article wizard right here. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to add me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whichever one you prefer. And I'll see you in the next video.